We're live, we're live. Hello, Husky sports fans, and welcome. 1 second. Hello, Husky sports fans. We are back with your matchup as this number 6 seed goes along with your number 7 seed, the Wayneflete Flyers. We have no time for pregame today, and here is Norris Andrews.
Thank you, everybody.
Number 14, CC Marshall. In number 30, Sarah Lowenstein. The Flyers are coached by head coach Andrew Leach and assisted by Charlie Schreider. And now for your Kent Hill Huskies. Number 1, freshman Lucy McDonald. Number 0, junior Logan McDonald. Number 12, junior Rose Jenkins. Number 13, junior Naomi McGaddy. And finally, number 4, senior Regina Sabirova. Your Kenso Huskies are coached by R.J. Jenkins and assisted by Nan Hambro. A reminder to all spectators that masks are required throughout your time inside the Alphon Athletic Center. Be sure to have your mask covering your nose and mouth while you cheer on your Huskies. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, we ask that as spectators, you let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. And now we ask all spectators, players, coaches, and other people to rise and remove your hats for the national anthem.
We're not getting hot lights. Let me check. That did not feel was on. We're not getting hot lights. I refuse to get hot lights. Thank you, Norris.
Thank you, Evan.
And we are here now. It is time for the Huskies playoff streak to get started. Huskies are your number 6 seed as they are 9-4. And they are here against the 11th seed, Wayneflete, who is from Portland. Wayneflete currently has a record of 6-12. They're the Flyers. This is going to be a great game. The winner of this game will play at the Civic Center against the number 3 North Yarmouth Academy or number 14 Monmouth, who the Huskies actually beat earlier this year. And that was a very close game until the end, where some clutch shots from Alana Batchelder, the senior, on senior night, really came through for the Huskies. As we have Rose Jenkins with the tip, and that's going to be one over to Logan McDonald. But what?
Stoppage early here.
And it seems like it's all going to be on the refs, as Rose Jenkins seemed to maybe a little violation there, as it'll be inbounded for Wayneflete for number 14 CC Marshall, as Lucy Hart will take it up at the top of the key. Norris, what do you got for me for today's game? Keys to success for the Huskies.
Yeah, key to success for the Huskies is Logan McDonald being back. That is a huge piece for the Huskies. I bet RJ Jenkins and that whole squad is glad to see her back in action today. As you did mention last game, she would be back active as of yesterday. And now being February 15th, happy Valentine's Day, by the way, to everyone out there. You know, she's back in action. That's what you'd love to see. And I believe she'll be a key part in the Huskies' success if they win today.
Excellent analysis there, Norris, as CC Marshall's going to take it at the wing, and she's going to be defended on by McDonald, who, just like Norris said, recently back in this lineup after being injured with a broken wrist, as that's going to be a long 3 from CC Marshall, and that missed. And it seems like that the Wayneflete Flyers are going to be pressing early. So big here test for the Huskies, who maybe have been working on their press break. Let's see what finally going to see what RJ Jenkins has up his sleeve for this Huskies offense. As it's going to be back to Mary McGaddy. And it's going to dribble up a little. She's going to find Regina Sabirova. Sabirova is going to go in the middle to Rose Jenkins, and she's going to successfully break the press. McGaddy's going to go up to Jenkins, but it's stolen away by Lucy Hart. And she's going to go all the way. And she's going to miss the open layup, but it's going to be rebounded by Yen Wilson. And she's going to chuck it out of play over to Lucy Hart, who will reset for the Flyers. That's going to be over to CC Marshall. CC Marshall defended on by Logan McDonald. Good defense here by McDonald. And that's going to be a travel on Marshall, as she took a couple extra steps.
Yeah, just a missed opportunity there from Wayneflete there. They had a wide open layup with Lucy Hart, but they missed it, and also couldn't get any shots off in that redirect attempt there, where they had to reset and get in their offensive zone positioning. So very unfortunate there. The Huskies just have to capitalize now.
And it seems like they are going to, as Logan McDonald draws first blood for this game. It puts the Huskies up 2-0, and they will start their press now. And here's Lucy Hart doing a good pass up, and they successfully break the press. Now here's Yen Wilson, defended on by Regina Sabirova, the senior. That's over to CC Marshall. Here's Marshall, defended on by McDonald. Logan, over to Levinson, over to Wilson, over to Lucy Hart. That's up to Jessie Connors, one of the captains of this Flyers team. That's up to Hart, back over to Marshall. She pump fakes, she drives. Her shot, that misses. Rebounded by Logan McDonald, and she's going to come away with it. Here's McDonald. That's over to Regina Sabirova, who gives it over to Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. Dribbles up to the top of the key. Over to Naomi McGanney. To Logan McDonald. Logan McDonald's going to do a dribble, hit Rose Jenkins, and she's going to drive all the way. She's going to feed Lucy. Lucy's going to feed her older sister, Logan, and she's going to go all the way, and she is fouled, and she will shoot 2 shots.
Yep, Logan McDonald being fouled there early. She has the first 2 points of this game, and let's see if she can have the first 4 for this game if she makes these 2 free throws. Very crucial layup, or free throws here early in the game.
Foul's going to be on CC Marshall of the Flyers, giving Logan McDonald an early chance here at the line to maybe make it a 2-possession game. And here's the first, and that's put in.
3-0 Huskies here.
Logan Marshall with 3 points thus far in this marquee matchup. And an early substitution here from Andrew Leach, as JoJo Morbia will come on for CC Marshall as she gets a rest. And here's a second free throw for McDonald, and that's going to be missed. It's rebounded by Jessie Connors, and she gets around McDonald. And she will give it up to Lucy Hart. Hart's going to give it over to Yen Wilson, who's going to give it back up to Jessie Connors. To Wilson. She's going to drive. Sure shot. That's blocked by Lucy McDonald, but it's rebounded by the Flyers. They shoot. That missed, and it's picked away by Sabirova.
What a great block there by Lucy McDonald. Last game, she had some very, very great blocks. I think she had about 4 or 5 last game. As Rose Jenkins gets an and 1-2 right there. But Lucy McDonald, again, getting blocks here early. And Rose Jenkins, someone who also I highly praised in the last few games. I jokingly said to her earlier this week that she was in takeover mode. If you play NBA 2K, that's when a player is at their best. But Rose Jenkins striking here early has a chance to go to the line.
And she makes the second free throw. As 49% of the Huskies' points come, 49 and 46% of the Huskies' points. Sorry, folks. Their Huskies are 46% and 49% right under the basket, so look for that area for them to be crucial. As they currently lead 6-0, Huskies defense showing up strong. As Lucy Hart's going to take it up. That's over to Yen Wilson. Here's Yen Wilson. She's going to step in for a 3. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded. Oh, it's going to be head away. It's going to be out of bounds off Rose Jenkins as she was trying to get the ball after a wonky rebound, and it's going to be, it's actually going to be off of the Flyers. And Naomi McGanny will inbound the ball for the Huskies.
Yep, Huskies up here 6-0 pretty early. That's what you want to do. And with them getting the inbound, they could possibly score 8 or 9-0 here pretty early.
Here comes McGanny.
See what they do.
She's double teamed. Good defense here by the Flyers. That's over to Lucy McDonald. She takes a long 2. That misses. It's going to be readed by Jessie Connors. And here she comes now for the Flyers. Oh, Logan McDonald was trying to go around her. That failed. But Lucy Hart with a long 3. That missed. And it's rebounded by Yen Wilson. She's going to dribble out. She gets swatted. And Logan McDonald comes away with it. That's over to Rose Jenkins. Here comes Rose Jenkins now. She dribbles out. She's going to feed Logan McDonald inside. Good defense there. But Logan McDonald's going to turn around and get 2 more points for the Huskies as they go back and press. And here's Lucy Hart now looking to create some offense for the Wayneflete Flyers to Jessie Connors. That's out to Yen Wilson. Wilson over to Lucy Hart. To Connors. To Hart. That's down inside. To Levinson. Back out to Hart. She goes baseline. Back out to Levinson. To Wilson. Oh, that's picked away. And it's going to be Huskies ball. Levinson could not make this save. And the Huskies come away with it. Looking to extend this lead to 10 plus.
Yeah, the Huskies doing a great job here. Logan McDonald with 6 points here. Rose Jenkins with 3 or 5. Or 3. Sorry, folks. Math doesn't add up. I was thinking in my head about that. But the goal scorers here, or the point scorers here, are Rose Jenkins and Logan McDonald here early. And that's what you want to see.
Here's Connors out to Wilson. She's going to take a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Logan McDonald. Good box up by her. And she's going to take it up. She's going to go over looking for Regina Sabirova. Out to Naomi McGanny. To Logan McDonald. Her 3. Oh, that just bounced around the rim. And Lucy Hart takes the rebound. She's going to take it up the court now. She's going to halt the offense to a stop. And here's Yen Wilson. Out to Jessie Connors. To Lucy Hart. That's looking for Levinson. Defended by Lucy McDonald. To Lucy Hart. To Yen Wilson. Back to her. She goes cross court to Jessie Connors. That's over to Jojo Morbia. Back up to Connors. To Yen Wilson. To Hart. To Connors. To Wilson. To Lucy Hart. She dribbles. Defended by McGanny. To Connors. Good defense here by the Huskies as the Wayneflete Flyers are really struggling to put up a good high percentage shot here. And that's over to Lucy Hart. That's in to Levinson, and that's going to be a foul on the Huskies. Good defense there by the Huskies, not allowing the Wayneflete Flyers to get a shot. Norris, what do you got for me there?
I think the Huskies are playing great here so far as you get substitutions with Alana Batchelder, Phoebe Simpson coming onto the court for Kent Hill. But the Huskies are playing great defense here. They're playing very gritty here early, keeping it a scoreless game.
That ball's going to be in by Lucy Hart. And her shot, that's off the back rim. And it's fought for. And away with it comes CeCe Marshall. And she's going to get up to Hart, who shoots a 3. That's also off the mark. And it's run out of bounds. As Wayneflete still struggles to get some points on the board.
Yeah, Wayneflete at this point in your first few possessions of the game, we're getting down in the first quarter with 2:08 left to go. They still obviously can score, This is not the start you want if you're the Wayneflete Flyers
Here's the
or
G-
if you're Andrew Leach.
Oh, good pass there by Logan McDonald to Phoebe Simpson. Shot there by Rose Jenkins, missed, and CeCe Marshall's going to come away with it. She's going to slow it down to Jessie Connors. Good press fake there by the Huskies, but could not get that last final pass off to CeCe Marshall. That's over. That's a three. That misses. Maeve Mettenberg missed a wide open three there. Unfortunate miss there by the Flyers. And inbounding it now will be Alana Batchelder.
Yeah, Flyers again not able to get anything going here on offense. Still a scoreless game for them.
And Phoebe Simpson was bumped there by CeCe Marshall, who picks up another foul as Wayneflete continues to struggle on the offensive end with 1:39 remaining. And the Huskies might just be able to make it a double-digit lead here with Rose Jenkins. Inbounding to Sabirova, who goes over to Logan McDonald. To Batchelder. She had 3 threes in that clutch win over Monmouth a couple of nights ago. Here's Sabirova.
Alana Batchelder had 9 points the other night, 3 of them from the three-point line. She was one of the star players in senior night.
Fitting, because it is her last year here as a Husky, 4-year player. Great person to the team, great member. Always gives some good range outside. So last year here, we will miss her a lot much here on the hill, as it's going to be an inbounds pass for Wayneflete. And Morbia is going to take it out. She's going to find CeCe Marshall, defended on by Phoebe Simpson. Here's Marshall. She's going to try to go baseline. That's no good. Back into Morbia, defended on by McDonald. Out to Lucy Hart. That's over to Metzenberg. To Connors, to Hart. To Marshall. Here's CeCe Marshall. That's over to Menberg. Here's Menberg now. Oh, and she travels. Good defense by Alana Batchelder. Drawing the travel there from Maeve Metzenberg. And the Huskies will get another inbounds.
Alana Batchelder drawing a foul here early. Again, continuing the momentum from the other night. She put up 11 points. And the Huskies, again, are holding the Flyers scoreless so far.
That's a missed shot there by Rose Jenkins, but it's rebounded by Sabirova. Rebounded by Rose Jenkins. She puts up, that misses. Phoebe Simpson gets rebounded. Gets down to Logan McDonald. Her layup, no good. And it's rebounded, and Lucy Hart comes away with it.
If you looked there on the sidelines, I don't know if we caught that, but Andrew Leach did do the travel signal when Phoebe Simpson got the rebound, so I think he was looking for the call, but he did get nothing.
There's a two by Jesse Connors. That was rebounded by the Flyers with CeCe Marshall. Marshall's going to go all the way, and she gets fouled. That foul's going to be on Phoebe Simpson, as Yen Wilson's going to come back into this game now for the Flyers. But before that, CeCe Marshall's going to have a chance to get the Flyers on the board here with 16 seconds left to go in the quarter. And here's the first. That's good.
Substitution here. Yen Wilson comes in there for Lucy Hart.
Here's CeCe Marshall with her second free throw. That's no good. It's rebounded by Logan McDonald. But the Flyers do get one. And here comes Rose Jenkins. She does a good crossover. And she's going to go all the way. She's going to do a lay. Oh, but she gets called for the travel. And here's a chance now for the Flyers to get some momentum in the closing seconds of the first quarter. The Huskies going to set up their press. And here's Morbia to Yen Wilson. Good defense here by the Huskies as that's over to Marshall. She needs to take a half quarter. Her shot! Oh, just missed. As the Huskies will go into the first quarter up 7. Norris, first quarter analysis. What do you got for me?
For my first quarter analysis, I will say the Huskies are holding the Wayneflete Flyers here. They have only 1 point off of a free throw by CeCe Marshall in this first quarter. If you're the Wayneflete coach Andrew Leach and Charlie Trider there, you wanna tell your girls, look, we're down early, but it's only by 7, so it is a very doable lead. And the deficit could be cut here in the second quarter. But anyways, that's all I have. And we'll step aside for the start of the second quarter.
And we are back for the start of the second as Regina Sabiroba stays out. And she's going to pass it to Lucy McDonald over to Naomi Magani. She's going to get on top of the key with Phoebe Simpson at the high post. And as the Huskies screen away, Regina Sabiroba is going to go over to the wing. Up to Naomi Magani. Back over to Regina Sabiroba. It seems that Wayneflete is out here in a 2-3 zone. And that's a good pass over to Lana Batchelder. And that's going to be deflected by Wayneflete. It's going to be Huskies ball. Norris, analyze the 2-3 zone for me, please.
The 2-3 zone there for Wayneflete. It looks like that they're just trying to get 2 people up top, 3 people down low, because it looks like they want to stop Lucy McDonald, and everyone that's just dangerous down in the paint. Because the Huskies, I have noticed, are very good down low. So I think that's what that counter is.
Thank you, Norris. As Jesse Connors gets the steal, and that's over to CeCe Marshall, who has the only points for the Flyers thus far. Marshall's going to go over to Lucy Hart. Hart's going to go over to Yen Wilson. He's going to hit CeCe Marshall. Marshall's going to drive. Her shot. There, too. That's good. Right off the glass, and the bank is open for the Flyers as they now trail by 5.
Remember what I said at the end of the first quarter. This lead is subject to elimination at any time. It was only by 7, and CeCe Marshall has the only points for Wayneflete.
That's going to be a backcourt violation against the Huskies as a high pass there from Naomi Magani as the Flyers now have a chance to make it a one-possession game with the basket here. As CeCe Marshall will take it out right under her basket, right under the Huskies basket. Looking to gain some momentum here for the Flyers. That's going to be inbounded to Lucy Hart. We give it over to Yen Wilson. Here's Yen Wilson, defended on by Regina Sabirova. To Lucy Hart by the logo. To CeCe Marshall, defended on by Phoebe Simpson. Here's Marshall. She gives it over to Wilson. Wilson takes a dribble. That's over to Lucy Hart. Here's Hart. Back over to CeCe Marshall. Her 3. That's no good. Fought for by Lucy McDonald and Sarah Levinson. And Levinson wins the battle, and it's going to be Flyers ball right into the basket. As some substitutions here as Rose Jenkins and Logan McDonald both come on, and Phoebe Simpson and Regina Savirova will both come off.
Wayneflete looked like they want to score on this offensive possession. That's what you want to do if you're down by 5 and you have only 3 points from one player in this entire game. So Wayneflete, this is a huge possession for them. Set the tone of the game, maybe turn things around or continue things in the direction that they're going.
And that's a 3 by CeCe Marshall. That's missed. Good box out there by Alana Batchelder, not allowing the rebound there. And now the Huskies will work their press break with 6:16 left to go in the half. As Magani gives over to Batchelder, to Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins to Batchelder. Batchelder will take it across the circle. Over to McDonald. And McDonald thought she had an open. Her sister was open. Or Rose Jenkins was open. And nobody was there. That's going to be a turnover. And CeCe Marshall will inbound it right in front of the Husky student section.
Yeah, just a miscalculation there by Logan McDonald there. Thought someone was open, but unfortunately not. But that happens sometimes. You think someone's still running, but they stop or they're just not there yet. So just unfortunate, common miscalculation there. But Wayneflete does get the ball, and again, another scoring chance for them.
That's going to be
but it will be a carry.
It's going to be a carry against Lucy Hart. And these turnovers are going to be looked at coming down the stretch. This isn't even down the stretch, but these turnovers do matter, as these are crucial possessions where the Wayneflete is getting stops against the Huskies. And they could really capitalize here. But so far, they have just not been able to break the ice. As Rose Jenkins has the ball now, defended on by Yen Wilson. He gives it over to Naomi Magani. Here's Magani. Little shake and bake. That's over to Jenkins. That's a Batchelder in the corner. Her favorite spot to shoot a 3. Oh, that was almost intercepted by Lucy Hart. That's over to Rose Jenkins. She tries to get past Hart. That's over to Batchelder. She takes a 3. That's good! Alana Batchelder with a fantastic shot there from the wing. And she makes the lead 11-3 now with an 8-point game. And that's over to CeCe Marshall. She pump fakes, dribbles. That's out to Jessie Connors.
Yeah, Alana Batchelder, one of the most lethal 3 shooters on this team. She has proved that this game and last game, of course, with the 9 points from the 3-point line. She gets it started hot here in the first half.
And there's a good
3 from the wing.
Good defense there by Lucy Hart for the Flyers, but it's going to stay with the Huskies as they're going to make some substitutions as Zoe Cheney will come on for the Huskies along with Regina Sabirova. And off of the Huskies are going to come the younger McDonald sister, Lucy, and the senior, Alana Batchelder, who just made it a 8-point game. As Zoe Genie's going to shoot a mid-range two, and she's going to get it in, and now the lead is extended to 10.
Yeah, what a great shot there by Zoe Cheney, finding open space right off the bench and putting the Huskies up by 10 here early.
And here's CC Marshall. That's going to be over to Lucy Hart. To Yen Wilson. Here's Yen Wilson. Her two. That's no good, and it's rebounded by Naomi McGandy. Here's McGandy coming up the court with it now. She's looked for Regina Sabirova in the corner. That's battle for, and it's going to be hit out by Jessie Connors. As it's going to be inbounded now by Naomi McGandy for the Huskies. And it seems like it's going to be a timeout here called by, I think maybe RJ Jenkins. Yeah, by RJ Jenkins. And your Huskies lead by 10, and we will see you guys back here after the timeout. And we are back as Regina Sabirova is going to inbound the ball here for the Huskies. And on for the Flyers is going to be Lolly Millspaw, number 15, who's going to be in the paint. And it seems that there's going to be an issue with the book as the ref is going to be talking with the Flyers coach there as our camera girl, Abby. We're going to zoom in on that. Thank you, Abby. Shout out to her. She's been helping us with basketball games recently on camera, you know, and good to have her here so me and Norris can really focus on the commentating. And we will see you guys back when they get it sorted out. Now y'all got settled out. We still have yet to know what that is. Maybe we'll find out at halftime. As Regina Sabirova is going to go look for Zoe Cheney down low. That's out to Logan McDonald. McDonald's going to go in, but that's going to be waved off as she traveled.
Look, McDonald's too waved off by a travel there. That could have, or it could have put him up by 12, but unfortunately, no.
And an issue there with the scoreboard. Should not be allowing these points. The score is still 13-3. As Jessie Connors is going to get it. And that's going to be over to Levinson. Levinson's going to work against Zoe Cheney. To Jessie Connors. To Lucy Hart. To Connors. No, that's not Connors. That's Levinson. To Wilson. To Hart. Good screen there. That's over to Hart. Oh, that's a great interception there by Logan McDonald. And that's going to be up to Regina Sabirova, who does a good take. Oh, was trying to go off the glass. But it's rebounded McDonald. That missed. Rebounded by Zoe Cheney. That's going to be stolen away by Lucy Hart. Scoreboard was fixed there. As Hart's going to go over to Jessie Connors. To Wilson. Here's Yen Wilson. To Lucy Hart. That's over to Levinson. To Jessie Connors. To Yen Wilson. Looking against Regina Sabirova. High screen there from Millspaw. Jessie Connors with the shot. That's no good. She gets her own rebound. Good hustle there. That's out to Lucy Hart. To Connors, who goes baseline. She tried to go over Lona McDonald, but it was no use. As Regina Sabirova hits the deck to Naomi McGandy. as she goes around a couple. Oh, and she and Jesse Connors have a collision. That's going to be a foul into the basket as both girls hit the deck. And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be a foul there on Jesse Connors, the captain for this Flyers team.
Both of them were a little bit slow to get up. I think everyone's all right in this situation, but it looks like we'll get an inbound for the Huskies as Wayneflete had we're moving the ball around a lot in that possession, but just a missed opportunity as Logan McDonald hits the ground.
McDonald hits the ground, but a quick substitution there as Vivian Rollins came on for the Flyers. I was like, McDonald's going to have a chance to get this lead above 10 with 2 free throws here for the charity stripe. As CeCe Marshall is going to go back to the table for the Wayneflete Flyers. And there's the first from McDonald. That's fluid.
First one's up and in. Huskies lead by 11.
And it's going to be a timeout by Andrew Leach for the Flyers. And we'll see you guys back here in 30 for Logan McDonald's second free throw shot. And we are back for Logan McDonald's second free throw shot, looking to make this a 12-point lead. She takes a couple dribbles. Her floor. That's rolls around the rim. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded by the Flyers. And now Lucy Hart will dribble the ball up the court.
I don't know if anyone caught that. She might have been out of bounds. I don't know. It's hard. It was a close call, but we play on.
From our vantage point, we can't really make a good call, but the ref was right there. And he says he was not. As here is Lucy Hart to Yen Wilson. She's going to shoot a 3. That's no good. And that's going to be rebounded there by Rollins. Out to Mettenberg, to Wilson, to Menberg. Menberg is going to skip one to Wilson, who's going to give it to Marshall. CeCe Marshall is going to drive to Lucy Hart, to Rollins, to Menberg. Her 3, that's no good. As here's Regina Sabirova. She's going to go up to Logan McDonald. Huskies really looking to make it a 14-point game here. Or 13. As McGanny takes it to Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. She goes through a cover, and her layup is good. As Rose Jenkins extends the lead to 13, and Lucy Hart quickly comes away with it.
Great take, great layup by Rose Jenkins. Sorry, but absolutely great move there. Put the Huskies up by 13.
And here's Yen Wilson. Gonna go over to Rollins, to Marshall. Here's CeCe Marshall. To Lucy Hart. Working against McGanny, gets around McGanny. That's out to Menberg. She's going to shoot a 2. That's no good. Menberg's going to fight for her own rebound to Marshall. She's going to shoot a 3. That's also no good. Rebounded by the Logan McDonald for the Huskies, and here they come. Here comes Logan McDonald. She's going to go out to Batchelder. She's going to shoot a 3. That misses. Rebounded by Naomi McGanny. And McGanny setting up. That's over to Rose Jenkins, to Regina. Here's Sabirova, to McGanny. McGanny's going to go out to Batchelder, to Sabirova. Here's Regina Sabirova. That's battled for the middle by Hart, and she's going to come away with it. Looking to get some last-second points here for the Flyers. And here's Lucy Hart to Yen Wilson. Back over to Lucy Hart to Marshall. She's going to be working against Jenkins. To Rollins, to Wilson. That's down to Menberg. Out to Lucy Hart. She's going to take a couple dribbles. She's going to find Yen Wilson. And she's going to be called for a travel as the Huskies will have 14 seconds. As the Flyers are going to make some substitutions as Maeve Menberg is going to come in.
Coming in for Yen Wilson there. Huskies will get the inbound. Lana Batchelder and Rose Jenkins with 10 seconds to go.
And Lana Batchelder is going to give it over to Rose Jenkins. Jenkins is going to give it McDonald with 4 seconds remaining. Look, McDonald's going to go for the layup, and that's good. And that will be the first half of this game as the Huskies come out super strong, and they lead by 15. Norris Andrews, first shot analysis. What do you got?
First half analysis, it's been a nightmare, an offensive nightmare for the Flyers, as they cannot stop Logan McDonald or Rose Jenkins or really anybody on the Huskies, as they only have 3 points, with CeCe Marshall scoring all 3 of them, one of them from a free throw attempt, the other one from a layup. It looks as the Huskies are up by 15 here. It is not a good game if you're Andrew Leach. You're going to be talking to that team in that locker room, trying to raise them up here maybe, heading into the second half. But Huskies lead here by 15 heading into the second. We're going to step aside here for halftime. We'll be back with the rest of the game.
And we are back for the second half of this game. And we are back for the second half of this game. Where your Kensal Huskies are going to be taking on the Wayneflete Flyers. And CC Marshall is going to inbound the ball here. Your Huskies are currently up by 15. Now have 60 minutes left to go. And if they hold this lead, they will go to the Civic Center to play the game between North Yarmouth Academy, who's ranked number 3, and Monmouth, who's ranked 14. As Jesse Connors is going to give it up to Yen Wilson. He's going to go over to CC Marshall. She's going to drive. She's going to shoot it at the line. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded by Lucy McDonald. And out with it is Rose Jenkins. Here comes Rose Jenkins with the ball. After Regina Sabirova. To Naomi McGanny. There's McGanny. She's defended on by Wilson. She's going to find Logan McDonald. Defended on by CC Marshall. McDonald. She's going to find her sister Lucy. Back out to Naomi. Here's Naomi McGanny. To Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. To Regina Sabirova. She's going to take it up to the top of the key. Defended on by Lucy Hart. Out to Rose Jenkins. She has 3 points this far. Rose Jenkins. Out to McGanny. To Lucy McDonald. Over to her sister Logan. She pump fakes. She drives. And she's gonna be called for a travel. She seems relatively surprised with that call. As CC Marshall is gonna inbound it now, and the Huskies are gonna set up their press. And that's gonna be over to Jessie Connors. She's gonna dribble it up the court. And that's gonna be a missed pass there, as she was looking for Sarah Levinson. But a poor pass there from CC Marshall leads to a turnover.
Missed opportunity by Wayneflete there. Again, only 3 points. It's been a nightmare game for Andrew Leach and company. They're going to need some more points on the board if they want to compete with this Husky team, who is pulling away with it.
And there's Sabirova. She tried to go through 2, but it's over to McGanny. And that's going to be dribbled off her foot. And that's going to be Wayneflete ball as they're still trail 15. As they will look to start mounting a comeback here. As it's going to be CC Marshall. She's going to inbound it for the Flyers. That's going to be over the head of Yen Wilson, who's McDonald's going to come with it. That's into Logan. And McDonald's going to be fighting for it. Out to Rose Jenkins. To Naomi McGanny. McGanny's going to give it up to Jessie Connors. To Lucy McDonald. That's a good pass. Oh, that's a great interception there by Lucy Hart on the pass from Lucy McDonald. And that's going to be passed over to Jessie Connors. Here's Connors. That's over to Lucy Hart. To Yen Wilson. Wilson's going to get past Sabirova. She's going to put up a 2, and that's going to be good. As the lead is now 13 for the Huskies. As that's over to Naomi McGanny.
Yen Wilson with the first points of the half for Wayneflete, and the first points by someone not named CC Marshall for the Flyers. So, again, they're going to have to get something going if they want to claw back from this deficit.
And here's Lucy Hart over to Jessie Connors. That's out to CC Marshall. Here's Marshall. She goes through a couple. Out to Jessie Connors. Her 3. That misses. Rebounded by Levinson, but she stepped out of bounds on the rebound. Good defense here by Lucy McDonald to force to force Sarah Levinson out of bounds. As it's going to be substitution here as JoJo Moriba will come on. Oh, and actually, before that, we're going to have a timeout here by RJ Jenkins. And we will see you guys back here after the timeout. And here's Naomi McGanny now to Rose Jenkins. Oh, good defense there by Wayneflete, but they were almost close to stealing it. And that's over to Logan McDonald, and she's going to take the easy 2, but that's missed. And that's going to be off of Wayneflete. And that's going to be Huskies ball. As Wayneflete looks to get another stop here, just continuing to stop the offense of the Huskies and claw back into this game. And there's on Phoebe Simpson to Rose Jenkins. That shot, that's good. As Rose Jenkins ups her total to 5.
Yep, 15 is now the lead for the Huskies. Again, Wayneflete having to do something here, having to make drastic changes if they want to, in their play style, if they want to catch up to this 15-point deficit.
And that's over to Yen Wilson. To Moriba. Out to Levinson, her 2. That misses. It's rebounded by Logan McDonald. And she's going to be double teamed by along with Connors. And Logan McDonald's going to get away from it. That's going to be up to Sabirova. Up to Rose Jenkins. To McGanny. And McGanny's going to survey the floor. Oh, and that's how it's going to be off her foot and out of bounds. Unfortunate dribbling there by Naomi McGanny. As Moriba is going to inbound it. Here's Moriba with the inbounds. And that's over to Lucy Hart. Here comes Lucy Hart now. That's over to Jessie Connors. That's out for a 3. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded by Sabirova. That was Metzenberg on the 3. Here's Rose Jenkins to McGanny. Defended on by Metzenberg. To Sabirova.
Looks like Wayneflete's playing man coverage here. They're just staying on people. No zone, no anything, no 2-3, as we saw earlier.
Here's to be in the inbound by McGanny, as there's going to be substitution, as Lana Batchelder will come on, and off the court will come Naomi McGanny, as Batchelder's going to inbound the ball. She's going to find Rose Jenkins to Sabirova. Here comes Sabirova. And that's a 3 from Logan McDonald. Oh, that rattled along the rim, but that was no good. As Lucy Hart's going to take it up the court now. Here's Lucy Hart, defended by Logan McDonald. To Jessie Connors. To Rollins. To Menberg. To Lucy Hart. To Moriba. Down to Rollins. She works on post moves. That's blocked by Phoebe Simpson. And the Huskies come away with it with Regina Sabirova. Here's Sabirova. To Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. Calling for a screen. Goes left. Kicks it out to Logan McDonald. She pump fakes. She dribbles in. Her 2. That's good. Logan McDonald, that's 2 more to her name. And now Lucy Hart's going to come away with it.
17-point lead there for the Huskies. They're doing a great job this game of just keeping Wayneflete away from the basket.
And that's a shot by Lucy Hart. That's good. Wayneflete drills a 3. Making the lead 22-8. As a much-needed punch there by Wayneflete if they want to have any chance of getting back in this game. Getting it now, and that's going to be a travel on Batchelder. As Wayneflete looks to make a push here with 3:11 left to go in the quarter. Still plenty of time for them to come back into this game, and it starts here. As here's Lucy Hart to Jessie Connors, to Moriba. Out to Menberg. Menberg's going to find Lucy Hart, defended by Logan McDonald. That's to Moriba. That's down. Back out to Lucy Hart. She's going to shoot a 3. That's no good. But it's rebounded by Wayneflete, and she travels. Travel there called on Vivian Rollins as she came down with the ball and just fell to the ground, and she's going to get called for the travel every time there.
Call-outs there from Nan Ambrose on the bench. Also, Andrew Leach and his players getting riled up on their bench, trying to encourage their team to come back.
And that's going to be down to Logan McDonald, who does a great cut there. And she gets 2 more points for the Huskies. And that's going to be over to Jessie Connors. Here's Connors now. That's over to Menberg, and she's going to get blocked by Logan McDonald. Great defense there by Logan McDonald, and she gets a block. As the Huskies will take it out from under their basket. And here's Batchelder to Jenkins. Jenkins, oh, that's a poor pass by Rose Jenkins. It's going to be won by Lucy Hart to Menberg at the shoulder. Her 2, that misses. It's going to be rebounded, fought for by Phoebe Simpson, but she gets called for the travel. A lot of energy and hype over on the Wayneflete bench there, Norris, but players aren't really doing much of anything. Norris, what do you think Wayneflete really needs to do? The shots aren't falling. The plays, their defense is doing decent. What do you think they should do, Norris?
I think they should be aggressive here. Just be more aggressive. Get more ball movement. Because it seems like they're scared of Logan McDonald down low with her long arms and her great reach, her ability to steal it away from opposing teams. So I think they're just too afraid to pass it inside, and they're just throwing it around the baseline or the 3-point line. And they're just in desperate need of getting someone who can put a fight up to McDonald inside.
And now here's Rose Jenkins. She's going to go all the way. Her two. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded by Rose Jenkins again. And that's going to be over to Logan McDonald. She's going to dribble inside. She's going to put in the two. That's no good. Rebounded by Moriba. And now here's Lucy Hart. Hart's going to find Metzenberg. Menberg's going to drive. That's no good. Menberg falls on it. And it's going to be ripped away by Logan McDonald. Oh, but it's a jump ball. As Logan McDonald almost weight-roomed Metzenberg there. As there's going to be substitutions. As Lolly Millspaw and CeCe Marshall are going to come on for the Wayneflete Flyers.
Forgot to mention this last session, but Marta Quesada is on right now for the Huskies. She substituted in the last buzzer.
Now here's Rose Jenkins going through 5 people. And she's going to get fouled. That's going to be, I believe, now I think she's going to go to the free throw line as they will set up. Now here's Marta Quesada. To Alana Batchelder in the corner, defended by CeCe Marshall. And that's going to be fought for by the two. And it's going to be a foul there on CeCe Marshall. And that's going to be...
Inbound for the Huskies, it looks like.
Yeah, ball for the Huskies as Marta Quesada is going to inbound it now.
1:20 to go in the third period. We're getting down to it.
Here's Marta Quesada. That's over to Rose Jenkins. Here's Jenkins. To Quesada. To Batchelder. Batchelder with a great save to Logan McDonald. Oh, but that too was off the mark. Away with it comes CeCe Marshall. That's up to Menberg. And that layup is no good. As Phoebe Simpson gets the rebound. And up the floor with it is now Rose Jenkins with 59 seconds remaining. Rose Jenkins stutters. She goes all the way. She's going to go around the baseline defended by CeCe Marshall. Rose Jenkins over to Marta Quesada. And she's going to be called for the travel there. And Zoe Cheney is going to substitute in now for the Huskies.
Come on for Logan McDonald, their star player of this game. One of the main reasons they're up by 16.
Much needed rest there for McDonald. As here's Lucy Hart over to Maeve Menberg. Back over to Lucy Hart to Menberg. Menberg looks for an option. That's over to Jesse Connors. Good pass there, and Jesse Connors is going to get 2 more for Wayneflete, making the lead 14.
Wayneflete, again, getting needed points here on this possession, doing a lot better of a job than they did in the first half.
And that's into Phoebe Simpson. That's out to Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. That's over to Marta Quesada. Straight to Batchelder. She's going to take a long 2. That's no good. And it's rebounded. Oh, but that's a bad pass there. And a good diving save there attempted by Lucy Hart. And with that outwards pass by Lolly Millspaw, did not hit the mark. And now Yen Wilson will come on for Lucy Hart now, giving her a needed rest. As Rose Jenkins is going to take the ball now. Here's Rose Jenkins. She's going to go to the left.
Let's go
To
Huskies
Zoe
is the
Cheney.
chant from the stands.
To Rose Jenkins. She's going to take a long 3. Oh, and that just missed. It's back iron. If that went in, this place would have exploded. As your Kentucky Huskies are up by 14 and are poised to get into the Civic Center. And we will see you guys back here for the 4th quarter. During this break in play, we want to give a shout out to some former Huskies watching the game, including TJ Folsom, hello TJ, Jack Ryan as well. So shout out to those two former Huskies as long as Danielle Eade. So shout out to those Huskies tuning in to watch their high school perform as we will get ready here for the fourth quarter.
Also, shout out to Jeff DeHaven, who's in the building for tonight, a former Kent Hill teacher, taught here for
35 years.
35 years. Very
DeHave
impressive.
is what we would call on the campus a living legend. As here's the start of the fourth quarter as McGanny's going to inbound to Savirova, who loses the handle, and it's going to be won by Lucy Hart, who gets up with the dribble. Looked like a travel to me, but play on, says the refs. And here's Lucy Hart over to Jessie Connors. Here's Jessie Connors to Yen Wilson, to Connors, to Wilson. Found out by Savirova to CeCe Marshall. Marshall's going to go around a couple, and she's going to get fouled, and she will go to the line. CeCe Marshall will take 2 shots, looking to get this game to 12.
Looks like Wayneflete will go to the line here.
Much needed. This would be the ideal start here for Wayneflete. First off, getting a turnover and then getting 2 points here, as Marshall's going to miss the first free throw. But she does have one more. Norris, if you're Wayneflete, do you press?
I say yes. In desperate times, call for desperate measures, and I say that you do press if you're Wayneflete. Being down by 14, that's something you're going to have to do.
And the second one is going to be off. Ball don't lie, says Rasheed Wallace. As that's going to be to Regina Savirova. She's going to do an awesome reverse layup and extend the Huskies lead to 16. Great reverse there by Regina Savirova. As Lucy Hart's going to go over to Jessie Connors.
As I've mentioned time before on the broadcast, my favorite type of layup, the underhand reversed. Savirova pulls it off. Great pass from Logan McDonald underneath. The Huskies extend their lead to 16.
That's going to be a travel on Connors as McGanny is going to inbound it. That's going to be over to Savirova, to McGanny. Here's Naomi McGanny. To Savirova. Good press break here, and that's over to Lucy McDonald, and that's fantastic there. Fantastic press break there by the Kent Hill Huskies as Lucy McDonald gets 2.
Just textbook there by Regina Savirova and Lucy McDonald to find open space where nobody was for Wayneflete and putting the lead to 18, almost out of reach of the Flyers.
That's a Lucy Hart. Back out to Hart. She's going to shoot a 3. That's too strong. Being batted by Savirova. Here's Savirova now. She's going to go over to Batchelder. Up to Logan McDonald. She's going to drive. Out to Naomi McGanny. To Batchelder. She's going to shoot a 3. That hits the rim a couple times and bounces out. Being batted by CeCe Marshall. Here's CeCe Marshall coming up the court. She does her crossover. She's going to go all the way. Her 2, that's no good. She almost got a home rebound, and now comes Logan McDonald. Here she comes. Logan McDonald's going to go all the way. That's a miss, too.
I don't know if anyone saw this. I think we might have caught this, might have not, but CeCe Williams was limping, or CeCe Marshall, sorry, was limping when she got up. And Regina Savirova helped her up there. Great show of sportsmanship by Regina Savirova. One of our core values here at Kent Hill.
Here's Levinson. Her 2, that misses. Now Logan McDonald, she does a baseball pass to Batchelder. She takes a couple steps, and she gets 2 more for the Huskies, extending the lead to 20.
Lana Batchelder putting the Huskies by 20 with 5:40 to go. That begs the question, what is Wayneflete going to do now? Are they just going to continue to try to scrape as many points as they can, or will they try to go a full-fledged comeback mode?
With Marshall 3, that's no good. Rebounded by Batchelder. She fights with it against Sarah Levinson. And it's going to be Huskies ball. As Rose Jenkins will come back onto the game. And for the Flyers, JoJo Morbia will come onto the game as well. Here's the inbound pass to Wilson. She's going to go all the way. And that layup's off. Rebounded by Morbia. Muscled by Rose Jenkins. And she comes away with the ball now. Here's Rose Jenkins. She's going to go all the way. And she's going to... Seems like it's going to be a foul there on Wayneflete as Yen Wilson's going to be called for a push there, as Vivian Rollins is going to be substituted on for Sarah Levinson, as Rose Jenkins will inbound it now. to Regina Sabirova, to Rose Jenkins, to Naomi Magani. Here's Naomi Magani being double teamed here in the corner. Not an ideal situation for Magani. And she's gonna find Sabirova. She's gonna find Rose Jenkins. She's gonna shoot her too. That's misses. And Rose Jenkins trying to get her own rebound, hit off her face and out of bounds there. She'll be all right. She immediately gets up. And now with it is gonna be Morbia. Jojo Morbia is gonna inbound it to Lucy Hart now, with 4:53 remaining to go in the game. Here's Lucy Hart to Yen Wilson. Back over to Lucy Hart. To Yen Wilson. She's going to shoot a long three. That's off the mark. Jessie Connors was fighting for it. And is going to be Levinson to Jojo Morbia. She's going to get it too. And that's going to be good.
Wayneflete cut the lead to 18 now with 4:30 to go. Looks like the game is pretty much in the Huskies' hands. They control their own fate here going down the stretch.
And here's Rose Jenkins. She crosses over too. Gets past Morbia and Wilson. And here's Sabirova for three. No good. Rebounded by Jessie Connors. She brings it up the court. She's going to shoot over Lucy McDonald. That misses. Rebounded by Jessie Connors again. And she's going to dribble it out. That's into Vivian Rollins. That misses. Now it's rebounded by Rose Jenkins. And that's going to be good defense there by the Flyers. But Rose Jenkins will keep it for the Huskies as they will inbound it with 3:55 remaining to go in this game. And it's going to be a timeout called by R.J. Jenkins with 8, as the lead is 18 for the Huskies with 3:55 remaining to go in this game. And we will see you guys back here after the break. And we are joined back here with 3:53 remaining to go. As Sabirova is going to go over the back shoulder. She's going to go to Magani, to Jenkins. That's going to be good defense there by Lucy Hart, and she's just going to hit it out. A lot of bad shoulder almost pulled up from deep there for a three. But she gave it up to Magani, as Magani's going to inbound it. Looking for a person to Sabirova. And that was almost stolen by Yen Wilson. Now it's over to Batchelder. That's good pass there to Sabirova, but that's going to be stolen away for Lucy Hart. And here comes Lucy Hart with it now. That's over to Metzenberg. Menberg into Rollins. Out to Lucy Hart. Out to Morbia. Back out to Lucy Hart. Out to Rollins. To Menberg. Nan Hambro's called for 3 seconds. She does not get it. That's going to be to Yen Wilson. To Rollins. To Menberg. She's going to try a three. That's going to be no good. And it's going to be read by Magani, who's going to get hit. And she's going to draw a blocking foul with 3:05 remaining to go in the game.
Look, McDonald takes the scorer's table. I noticed on that last possession when Sabirova got the ball swatted out of her hands, she looked around, grabbed her, she like sort of slapped her wrist and was looking around for any call, but nothing was called there. So and they play on.
Here's Magani. He inbounded to Sabirova, to Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. That's up to Batchelder. Cross court to Magani. There's Magani. Oh, that's going to be intercepted by Yen Wilson, who gives it up to Lucy Hart. She's going to slow down the offense. Now to Menberg. She's going to be called for travel. Classic rule in basketball is you got to get the ball. You got to dribble before you can run with it. Same thing in football. You got to catch the ball before you can run with it. As Menberg, it's going to be a travel. And on to the court game now is going to be Marta Quesada and Phoebe Simpson, as McGanney and Batchelder are both going to be substituted off for the Huskies. And now here's the inbound to Rose Jenkins. Here's Rose Jenkins. Oh, that's swatted away by Lucy Hart, right to Logan McDonald, to Phoebe Simpson, and she's going to miss the layup. But it's going to be rebounded by JoJo Morbia. Good fight there by Morbia. And it's going to be Wayneflete ball, as Wayneflete is going to clear the bench here. As everyone for Wayneflete is going to be substituted off. And onto the court now is going to be all the starters, including Sasha Melnick for Wayneflete with 2:34 remaining to go in the game. And now here's Jesse Connors coming up the court with it now. Here's Connors. Defended by Quesada. To Melnick. To Levinson. To Marshall. Marshall's going to shoot a three. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded for Phoebe Simpson, who saves it to Rose Jenkins. And Rose Jenkins is going to take it up the court. Rose Jenkins to Logan McDonald. To Marta Quesada. There's Quesada. To Logan McDonald. To Regina Sabirova. To Rose Jenkins. To Quesada. And she's going to get fouled.
Huskies will inbound it.
By Sarah Levinson.
Huskies will inbound it there with Marta Quesada. Looks like they're just slowing down the pace of the game, knowing that everything is locked up for them to go to the play in the Civic Center, which is, if you guys don't know, Augusta's biggest, how do I put it?
Arena, maybe? It's
not really an arena, more like a convention center, but
yeah.
it's Augusta's official convention center.
Yeah, it's no Madison Square Garden, it's no Capital One Arena, it's no Crypto Arena, but for Maine, it's good. It's not bad for Maine. As Rose Jenkins is going to take it up.
The two by Cece Marshall, by the way. One of their main point scorers for tonight. Leads at 16.
Here's Jenkins. She's going to find Sabirova. Up to Rose Jenkins. To Marta Quesada. Quesada's going to go past the couple. Kick out to Logan McDonald. Her three. That's no good. And now Jesse Connors is going to come away with it now. And no one's back on defense for the Huskies. And Connors is going to do a jump stop. She's going to be swatted. Oh, it's going to be a foul against Logan McDonald.
With 62 seconds to go.
And she will shoot 2 shots. Jesse Connors to the line, one of the captains for this Wayneflete team. Here's the first free throw by Jesse Connors. No good. As hits off the front rim. And it seems like the Cheney sisters are going to sub in now. And off the court now comes Rose Jenkins and Logan McDonald, as Shay Cheney and Zoe Cheney, Shay being the senior and Zoe being the sophomore, are both going to come into this game. And here's the 2 now. Here's the second now from Connors. That's off the mark. And it's going to be a lane violation. Huskies ball.
More substitutions now for the Flyers. Lucy Hart comes on for Jesse Connors.
And now here's Regina Sabirova, as that's going to be up to Phoebe Simpson. To Marta Quesada. She's going to go for the layup, and she's going to get fouled with 55 seconds remaining to go.
She's going to go to the line for 2.
2 shots for Marta Quesada now. Looking to add to this Husky lead of 16. Here's the first. That's up. And it's good. Fluid shot there by Marta Quesada. She'd get her name on the score sheet.
Lead now 16 or 17.
Here's the second by Quesada. She shoots. That's off the mark. It's going to be rebounded by Rollins. That's out to Lucy Hart. Here's Lucy Hart. That's out. And that's a shot. And that's no good. Tilsey Kelly missed the shot. Shane Sheedy with the rebound out to Marte Quesada. And that's up to Semirova. Oh, that's going to be intercepted by Lucy Hart. And here she comes down now. Sharks going to go all the way for 2. Lucy Hart gets 2 more points for the Wayneflete Flyers as Shane Sheedy will inbound it. And that's going to be off the basket in a turnover against the Huskies. And Wayneflete will get the ball.
Wayneflete cuts the lead to 15, but with 27 seconds to go, Wayneflete just looking to stat hunt, I call it at this point.
Stat chase, absolutely. Good call, Norris. As that's going to be a 3 by Lucy Hart, and that's going to fall in with 22 seconds remaining now. As it's going to be a 12-point game. And that's out to Sabirova. Sabirova's going to dribble it around a little. Sabirova's going to look for someone up. That's up to Marte Quesada. She catches it. And that's going to be stolen away by Berkness to Lucy Hart. And that's going to be out to Berkness. And Berkness is not going to get a shut off as that's going to be the game. And the Huskies advance. The Huskies move on to the Civic Center where they will play North Yarmouth Academy or Monmouth. I don't know how you guys will figure that out. Maybe check our social medias. But the Huskies get the victory. It's a great victory for the Huskies. Norris, and now we go to the post game. Welcome. I'm Evan Slotnick.
I'm Norris Andrews.
And we are here at Huskies post game. Norris, tell me about some notables for today.
Notable for today is definitely Logan McDonald in her return. Again, her presence was felt on the court and off the court on the bench. She is back active, and I believe that played a big part in the Huskies' win today. Same thing with Rose Jenkins, who played amazing today. You know, winning by 12 and advancing in the playoffs is always what you want to see. As the Huskies, as they played great all season, especially here at home, are going to advance to the Civic Center.
I completely agree with that, but you also got to look at the Huskies' defense here, Norris. The Huskies only gave up really, I'm not going to count those garbage time points. The Huskies really gave up 14 points right now, right? They really just forced the Wayneflete defense just to keep the Wayneflete offense just to keep passing it around the perimeter and not really get up good shots. You got anything else, Norris?
Yeah, the defense was played great today. They held Wayneflete almost scoreless in the first quarter, or first half actually. They only scored 3 points in the first half.
3 points in the first half for the Wayneflete Flyers.
You know, that was something that obviously the Huskies did a great job of. And the Flyers are going to go back to the drawing board with, I believe, their season is over as of tonight's loss. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evan?
Yes. Wait 1 second. Actually, yeah. I do not think there's a consolation bracket. If there is, then good for them. They got to play some more basketball. But if not, then, well, there's their season. Hopefully it was a good one. And back to the drawing board for Andrew Leach and that entire staff. And I believe that this is going to be our last girls varsity basketball game, as well as they will no longer play games here at the Gene Gannett Hawley Gymnasium, as the rest of them are going to be played at the Civic Center.
Yes, and if everything goes according to plan, I don't know if we're broadcast, but we will definitely be in attendance for that one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to broadcast those games for you. I doubt we're going to get this stuff for you guys. And I'm Evan Slotnick.
I'm Norris Andrews.
And we will see you guys next time here on The Howl.